All right. So today's video is going to be a quick story time of my most memorable celebrity interaction at a club. This has to be the first 2 or 3 years that I moved here to Vegas to be a resident DJ full time. And I was playing one of my residencies on a Friday night. It was packed, and around 12 o'clock, I see security bringing up one person and kind of bring them to the DJ booth just to be kind of secluded from everyone else. At this time, I'm DJing, not really paying attention to, not paying too much attention to who the person is, and just doing my thing, making sure to keep the room, keep the energy up, making sure everyone's having a good time. You know, the things that we're supposed to do as DJs. So I finally get a second because I'm, mixing pretty quick like I usually do. And I finally get a chance to let a song breathe. And I look over and I see who security brought into the DJ booth next to me. And I was quite surprised. The person standing no more than 3 to 5 feet away from me to my right was none other than Orenthal James Simpson. That's right, OJ. I was quite surprised. I had to do a double take. In my head, I was like, no way. And this is specifically for a few reasons. Number one being, this man just got let out of prison within the last month. If you know, OJ was in jail here in Nevada for a while, but he finally got out. Now, the thing is he was on parole, and I think he was supposed to stay at home. I don't think he was supposed to be out and about. And also, I don't think he was supposed to be consuming alcohol, but he sure did have a drink in his hand. I don't remember what he was drinking, but he definitely had a beverage in his hand. So I kind of looked twice. I realized who it is standing next to me. And that man's big. I mean, he was a professional athlete, expected him to be big, but I was like, yo, that's OJ. I keep playing music. I get back to, working. After a couple more songs, get a second. I introduce myself, just like, hey man, how are you doing? You know, hope you're doing well. I don't like just small talk, making sure it was okay, just introducing myself, just hosting. And I shook the man's hand, and he had some huge, like very large athlete-sized hands. And I couldn't help but think, man, I just shook the hand of someone, the same hand that killed two people. Yeah, I know he got off on it, but especially after that Fox interview he did, where he dropped allegedly a gajillion times. Man, yeah. So shaking acquitted murderers, double murderer's hand was kind of like took me out of my zone for a little bit, but I had to get back to work. He must have spent like an hour just chilling, peeping the scene. Definitely like just nodding his head, not really like dancing, but smile on his face, just happy to be out, I suppose. Looking around. Security was there the whole time, so no one could really come up to him. And then he just kind of dipped. Security. He asked for security. He just escorted him back out. But the rest of the night, I was like, "Yo, that was OJ." And I grew up at a time. I was a kid when the trial happened, and I just remember for however long that trial was, it felt like forever when I was a little kid. It interrupted my afternoon cartoons after I did my homework because of the trial. So OJ was forever burned into my brain growing up in LA and seeing his face on the TV every single day, which seemed like months and months and months. I even remember the chase. Crazy. And just to think, all this decades later, not only meeting him, but meeting him in those circumstances, fresh out of jail, fresh out of his oranges or whatever color the uniform the here is, and but man, in those conditions where he's not even supposed to be out, and that was another thought I had, bro. Like, you just got out. Are you trying to go back in? Like, wild to me, and also like a reminder of the power of celebrity. Like, if it was any other convicted criminal that should have been home, I'm sure they wouldn't have given him that kind of treatment. Especially a security escort in and out. That's crazy. But although, he did what he did in his past, and that's unforgivable. I mean, he was nice. I didn't really share more than like a dozen words with the guy, but he was respectful of my space. He seemed like he was having a good time, didn't bother anybody, at least that I saw. But yeah, he was in and out like a ghost. That's kind of a distasteful joke, right? Anyways, if you remember that time, before he discovered social media and all his weird takes on Twitter, wherever he posts his videos, I just remembered like the first year he was out of jail, he would be known to be at the same like restaurant slash bar here in Vegas, in like off the strip, like in an affluent neighborhood where all the I don't want to say cougars, but all the mature women, ex-wives, you get the vibe, like Real Housewives kind of crowd would be. And at first, the first couple times he went, you would see posts like, "Oh my God, it's OJ." And then after him going there for quite a bit, it was like, "Oh yeah, he's there again." And I remember passing by and just seeing him inside, and no one really cared anymore. He just became a fixture of that spot. And I don't know if that's like a Vegas thing, but it's like, man, that's crazy. I don't know where he is now. I don't know what he's doing. I only see him on social media when he posts those random videos about random topics that I don't think anyone's interested in his takes. But hey, good for him. Hope he doesn't hurt any more people. And yeah, provided a memorable evening. And I couldn't believe it when it happened. And I still think about it every now and then, like that crazy interaction, something that I don't think I would have ever happened in my normal pre-full-time DJing life. And honestly, I don't know if it'll ever happen again, something like that. It's wild. There was jokes, and he was such a cultural icon for so many reasons. But yeah, he just popped in, did his little head nod, little smile, drink in his hand, and was out. And the whole staff was left with a lifetime of memories. All my DJs out there, go ahead. I'm just curious if you have any crazy celebrity stories while you're DJing. I'd love to hear them. If you live in a big market, I'm sure you got to have some of them. So yeah, interested in seeing? Leave them down below. Catch you guys tomorrow. All right.